to call on your name. Who am I to be saved by grace? You are love, life everlasting. Lord, you are more than enough for me.
Hello, I'm Pastor Augie, and we're standing here on the property of the future home of Saving Grace Lutheran Church. In this video, I'd like to invite you to walk with me as we go along the journey of the ministry of Saving Grace. It all began back in 2000 when a group of people with big hearts for God was called together and given the mission of starting a new congregation in the Queen Creek area. Over the years, we've worshiped in a variety of temporary settings, beginning at the Canyon State Academy and then moving to the Queen Creek Middle School, first in the upper room, which was the old high school library, then into the gymnasium, and now most recently in the cafeteria. But over those years, it's always been the same thing. It's been a group of people, a congregation that was passionate, committed, and dedicated to connecting people to Jesus. And so here we are today. On this property, we have plans to build a multi-purpose building with worship center, adult classrooms, and a cafe, and a state-of-the-art childhood development center that will serve over 200 children and their families. Also an outdoor amphitheater that will be able to be used by our congregation and the community. But why? Why do we need these facilities? Is it so that we can create a more worshipful environment? Is it so that we don't have to set up and take down every week? Is it so that we can have a real kitchen or a real lobby? More storage space? Or more place for fellowship before and after service? Is it so that we can have a nicer place for the children to play in? More Sunday school rooms? Better acoustics? So I'll ask the question again, why are we building it? All of these things that I just mentioned will make us more comfortable. But we have to ask ourselves and remember, why are we doing this? We're not doing this so that we can just have a place to worship, but so that we can build a community of worshipers.
We grow every week, we grow every time we're a part of this community.
We're not doing this just so we can get together in a more comfortable setting, but so that we can create a community that is the body of Christ.
What makes Saving Grace a church is the people. Nothing in our life has not been impacted by the people here.
And we're not doing this just so we can have activities, but so that we can continue the Lord's work both locally and globally. So why are we here in Queen Creek? For that, I would just direct you to the road. We worked hard to get a piece of property that is in a prime location in the center of our town. Each day, hundreds of cars pass by this location in each direction as people are driving both to and from work. The question is, as they are going about their journey, will they intersect with us as we are walking with the Lord? Will the programs, activities, and ministries that we have in this place make a difference in their lives?
The kids program, Sunday school, the church we were going to didn't really offer anything quite like that. So I would say that's what started it.
And I think we've grown by becoming more involved in this church than we've ever been involved. We found ministries that suited us and have involved ourselves and invited people we know to involve themselves too.
Will we be able to reach them with the love of Christ? And would they miss us if we were not here?
This has been such a loving church, and my sis been here and she says, Arlene, you are so lucky that to have such a loving congregation and such good friends as you have in this church.
So the question and challenge for us today is, as we are walking with the Lord, will we keep them in mind? Are you willing to make a sacrifice so that these people, some that you know, but many that you do not, will have the opportunity to do as you have done and to walk with the Lord in faith? How many of us in our area have experienced either a sidewalk or a roadway that goes just so far and then stops? And we know what that means. It was meant to go further. And that's how it is for us at Saving Grace today. God has brought us to this point, but we know He's calling us to go further. And so the question for you is, what can you do? What can you do to build that path, to extend that road and make that way for others to experience what you have come to know of the love and grace of God? What we're doing in this place is such an awesome, God-sized project that none of us could accomplish it in and of ourselves. In fact, we can't even accomplish it working together. It can only be done as we work together and allow God to work through us. So whatever we do, however we respond, may it be done with so much faith, so much hope, and so much trust that one day when we look back, we will know that it only has been accomplished by God, working through us, all for His glory and all in His name.